Thanks, guys. Here after the game with the winning coach, Pope John head coach Leo Boucher, as well as our MVP here on the BNN, Michael Thompson. And Michael, what a performance you had. I have the official tally: 10 points, 16 boards, 7 assists, 5 blocks, and 6 steals. That's a stat line that would make any basketball player proud. This was a special season for you guys, since it was your first year at Pope John, having come over from St. Clement. What was that like, coming together as a team from the very beginning, and how did you guys help each other with the transition?
At the beginning, we were struggling, but we had a point guard, Makai Collins. He's really reeled the team in together. We still have our ups and downs as a team, but we're starting to come together, and we just got to start playing better and playing as a team if we want to win it all.
On to the sectional final against Austin Prep, a team you guys have already played twice this year, handled them pretty well once, and then a tight nail-biter at their place once. What do you know about Austin Prep, and what should we expect in that game?
Well, it's not easy to beat a team 3 times, so we're just going to come out, try our best, and hopefully we end up on top.
Wise words. Now, as for today's game, a very emotional performance for both teams. You guys, in that second half, showed a lot of fire and holding off what was a very game Fenway team, I think. What went into the preparation for this game, and how proud are you of your team?
Coach just prepared us. He told us everything that they were going to do, and he was right, and he gave us offensive sets that worked against them, and that's all you can ask for from a coach.
How happy are you right now?
I'm real happy.
Best of luck. Yeah. Best of luck, Michael. Thank you. Bring in Coach Boucher here. And Coach, just like I said to him, emotional game today. We saw you very animated there on the bench. After you've gotten a chance to breathe, just, talk about the game today and how proud you are of your boys.
Very proud of them. They were resilient. They hung in there against a great basketball team. It's what we expected. I mean, they're a quick team, athletic. We knew they were going to defend. We knew they were going to double. We knew Sweatman was going to give us headaches, and I was disappointed in our ball handling. I was disappointed with the number of turnovers. We had 12 turnovers in the second quarter. It was awful. But these kids have always dug out of the hole. They've always come back. They've always stuck together, and I think it was just a matter of them having a bigger heart at the end of the game, and that's ultimately what we're looking to do.
20 consecutive victories now here in 2017-18, looking to make it 21-22 and maybe 23 to win the state championship. You came over last summer. You didn't know you were ever going to coach again after St. Clement closed. How, now looking back on it, how surreal is it that here you are, one win away from the Final Four?
Well, there were a lot of ironic things that happened. I mean, we beat Dave Sacco's team from Winthrop, who's a Pope John alum, kid I care very deeply about. He's a great basketball coach and a great friend. But there were so many different connections. My kids coming over from St. Clement. One of the prevailing factors for me was the fact that I think my kids needed to transition properly, and I was hoping that I could be part of that transition for them personally more than basketball. I love my kids. My kids are great. If you coach long enough, your kids actually become your kids. A lot of my alumni players from St. Clement are here. I've got alumni players here from Cathedral when I coached there, and it's just an honor to be in this profession, and it's an honor to be surrounded by great young people. So that's ultimately what we're dealing with.
Absolutely. 20 consecutive wins, 2 of those coming, or 19 now, 20, 2 of those coming against Austin Prep. The Cougars are your next matchup coming up in a couple of days. What do you know about them, and how tough is it going to be to beat them a third time?
It's tough to beat anybody a third time. They're a really tough team to game plan for. Steve Reddy, their guard, is a phenomenal shooter. We have to get in his face. We didn't match with the shooters particularly well tonight. I was very disappointed in that. The one thing we did tonight was rebound. You need to rebound against Austin Prep. Their bigs are very, very qualified offensive rebounders. If we can keep them off the glass and control the tempo of play, we should be okay.
Best of luck, Coach.
Thanks, Pat. Appreciate it.
Next time and beyond. That's Coach Leo Boucher here on the Boston Neighborhood Network post-game show as Pope John advances to the sectional final in the 2018 MIAA state playoffs. That's it from courtside. Now back to Pat and Allen.